Big Ten hoping to get something back here after a little bit of a stumble. Joseph spinning into the big shot on the box.
Nice help down low by Dent.
Akins, the sharpshooter, mid-range J, too much. Rebound, Borovichinen. So Michigan State misses on its first take underneath Joseph. Busy man so far.
Well, he's touched the ball a couple of times down low already.
Borovichinen.
Good work there by Dent to recover defensively.
Boy, what a play. Joseph climbing up top around Kohler.
That number's here.
Washington on the finish. Holloman working against Washington, slithers into the paint, misses in a crowd. The tip by Cooper won't go. And the Spartans come up empty.
Just that Holloman got that shot up to the rim softly.
Shooting in the half.
I think I'd get Joseph down on the blocks to get him some touches. Not so much for him to score, but at least be in a position there he is right there in the blocks.
Joseph, good hesitation, and he puts it in.
And I like this, Tom Izzo. Put a little pressure up there, not much pressure, just to make them think you're going to put it there and take a little extra time off the clock, possibly.
Donovan Dent has to go quickly. This is Milicevic on a three. Boy, big shot. Trying to breathe.
He was right, obviously. He's so talented, but what he's using that right dribble for there is to set up his strong spin to his power hand.
New Mexico last year was an 11 seed in the West.
Marquette to really get into his consecutive times down the floor with uncontested shots. Just then you see Jones go after, but that's a contested one.
And Cam Jones right now, Jim, is 1 of 6. Give New Mexico some defensive credit. They've challenged his shot, made his life difficult here in the first half. Borovichinen lets it fly. That's good. Cam Jones, who, again, still plenty of time left, but hasn't been up a typical Cam Jones game, at least till this point. Right to the rack. Washington finding
Flying at him, and a beautiful pass for the setup from the middle of the floor.
That's his 5th three of the night. And Marquette has reclaimed the lead.
There he goes again.
Pick and roll action. Look at the footwork from...
Boy, the 3 almost went down, and the 2 should have been dropped in the bucket.
Lobos have scored 6 straight points. They got a 5-point lead. And it's starting to get tense here in Cleveland. Marquette desperate for a stop right here. Joseph, the spin, the layup, 7-point game. Danger zone right now for Marquette. 8 straight for the Lobos.
Try not to gamble right now. Just stay in front of him if you're Lowry.
Into the corner, Washington. He buries it.
In the first half, when the Broncos won up in Boise, they used the shooting of their freshman Pearson Carmichael. His first start, he had 21 points. Degenhardt had 32. Carmichael is starting here, and this is Donovan Dent. Double-double for Dent, and a 3 from the corner by a shot right on the baseline. Kept his balance, got the bucket. Amzil fires, hits. Goodness. Utah State, Colorado State. Great pass by Cardenas, and a miss by Buchanan. Donovan Dent, player of the year in the conference, whips it good for the... Shot clock's down, he's gonna have to launch. He does on the move, oh, in and out. Aliatiki with the rebound, Dent in full go mode. Borovichinen with a 3.
Such patience on the collect. Gets Applehans up out of his feet. Becomes an easy 2 points for Degenhardt.
Just the 3rd tie this game.
Wow.
Nelly Jr. Joseph.
On all of those.
Uduje, contact. And Joseph with the rebound. Dent pushing tempo into the lane. Kick, corner, Nolan, 3. Got it! And the Lobos bucked the trend. They beat Air Force, Boise State, Colorado State, and then, of course, San Diego State in the championship. They were an 11 seed in the NCAA tournament and lost to a 6 seed, Clemson. Amseal. He looked like a left tackle.
Maybe a little bit of both, but terrific awareness.
Dent. Joseph. You can see that New Mexico is cooled from the field. True Washington. And the 1 seed going to advance. Aduje going hard. Nolan with the rebound. Dent will dribble and run some clock. And this huge crowd rises. They love their Lobos. And they have invaded Las Vegas.
Rishway nails it.
Oh, my
He's
goodness.
coming off a game where he hit 6 threes against San Diego State.
Exactly.
First meeting against the Lobos, he hit 5.
Yep. Fourth school for Rich Wayne. Boston College, San Francisco.
Dent Joseph, he has the first. Kevin Kruger's success at the pit. 2 wins here as a head coach, 1 as a player. Right into share of the title and the #1 seed in the Mountain West Conference tournament, as they won last year as a 6 seed. 4-3. Have to tune in and see.
Yep. Hopefully he will.
Joseph screens for Dent. Njai hedges out. Now back to Donovan. Dent to Joseph. Takes it down.
As you said, they get a share right now.
Well, it has been done with less fanfare than Rick's revival of St. John's, but still a remarkable renaissance here for New Mexico. As Dent, first regular season title in 12 years. Last year, they won the Mountain West Conference tournament, went to the NCAA tournament for the first time in a decade.
Right. As a 6 seed. Now, as you know, they're the #1 seed going into the Mountain West.
Dent kick out Milicevic. Off the look. By Nevada turning into 5 early points for Donovan Dent.
Exactly. New Mexico's doing a great job defensively.
Borovichinen launches a 3. Early, Tyler Rollison and the Wolfpack have come back to lead it.
Play with a big heart. 1-3-1 zone defense now by Nevada. They're doing that to keep the Lobos out of the paint. They get in the paint so easily.
Nolan launches the 3 and hits with McBride. All-time Mountain West Conference record for made 3-pointers.
Staying in the 1-3-1 zone. They're doing that to keep the Lobos out of the paint.
Amseal answers. Mustafa Amseal. Hold my breath. Just happy to be in Reno tonight, watching hoops.
Exactly. You're very strong and awesome. 1-2-2, 3/4 court zone press. They're doing that to slow the tempo down, make them think a little bit. Back to a zone. Zone press, back to the zone. It's a different one now. A little 1-3-1. Now it's a 1-2-2.
Well, Steve Albert is a man-to-man coach, but getting creative defensively to slow the Lobos.
Yep.
Into the corner, Applehans rattles home the 3. The sophomore.
I double him, caught it. 10 seconds ago, run that Dent. If he's going to get in the lane again, do some damage, or kick it off for an open jump shot. Double him.
Here comes a screen from Joseph. Hard hedge Hans. Here they come after Dent. He gets it up. Joseph rolling, dunking. Dent. So foul trouble and fatigue in the last 5 minutes. Dent with Joseph rolling. Instead kicks to the corner. Washington first made bucket of the game.
But out of a timeout.
8,000 plus here at the Lawler Event Center. Trying to root on Nevada. It's been a disappointing season, but a chance to close out with a terrific win against New Mexico. In first place, a win away on the regular season title. Dent in the paint, creates again for Amseal in the corner. Dent.
Pull. Now, baseline drive, reverse layup, no good from Mills. The Lobos have a 3-on-2 the other way. Donovan lobs for True, and True lays it in front. Donovan Dent across the timeline. Brings it up to the right wing, right elbow extended. Kicks it out for a True Washington. Catch and shoot, 3. And he reaching in 5 for Amseal, 3 for Applehans, and 2 for Milicevic. 6 apiece for Kearney, Walker, 8 for Cooper to lead his team, 5 apiece for Taylor and Marshall for Airports. Lobos have it first. Nelly catches down on the left block, spins past Ilahusky, goes to the reverse. Walker with 14, Nelly coming back. Nelly Jr. Joseph for the Lobos with 4 personals. 16-point Lobo edge. Milicevic screens for Dent. Dent bounces to the back, cutting Nolan. CJ lays it in, and he's fouled. Wide open triple for Taylor. Doesn't want it. He'll step back and shoot it anyway. Millie blocks it. Washington outlets to Dent. Donovan to the rim. Donnie bounces for Braden. Hits him in the ankles, and it's chased down in the corner by Joseph. Nelly skip pass. Dent rotates to the corner. Appelhahn's triple. Oh, yeah.
For Nelly Jr. Joseph. Drew Washington now fires up top. It's a miss. Second chance. No, Joseph can't get it. Armsville earning another opportunity for the Lobos.
That's got to be just driving Brian Dutcher crazy, but Nelly Jr. Joseph is going to be a problem for the Aztecs all night. Look at him. He's by himself down there.
Corner look. Just over 5 minutes in, San Diego State. It's a 5-point lead. Here on their home floor is Nolan up top, takes a three and makes a three.
And Donovan Dent gets his first bucket to go, 1 for 3 from the field.
Milicevic, shooter's touch roll for the Lobos. Here inside Viejas Arena, San Diego, California. Donovan Dent thought about it. Shooting. Milicevic got it.
Everybody's getting the taste, right? 8 different guys have scored.
So much balance. Meanwhile, for New Mexico, Donovan Dent's 4 of 9 in the second half. The rest of the team, 4 of 17 since the break. There it is. Right when the Lobos get back in it, Boyd comes up with a response. Junior Joseph down low. Able to absorb the contact. 6 to shoot. Boyd over the top, missed it all. Rebound out to New Mexico. They got to go quick. Donovan Dent, why not? Brilliance converts the tray.
Double, kicks, Nolan 3. Both these teams are last in the Mountain West in shooting threes, attempting threes. Nolan, that's a 3. He got a second. Dagan hard, battling hard, steps through, left hand, no. Nicely done by Milicevic, the freshman from Toronto. Back down the floor. Oh, Meadow, great catch. Gather, blocked. Dent.
Boise State crowd wants a foul, but that was great defense from Dent.
And Washington hits a 3. A loud house tonight in Boise, Idaho. Dent. Doubled. Wow. Oh, he threads the needle. And Junior, probably 75% of that 1 hour, 1 and 15 practice. That's different than usual. Junior Joseph allowed. Junior Joseph, a high level of play. Carmichael, Dent with the steal. How about another?
They are going to have to check.
They're going to commit 2 guys to him. We have to do it without fouling.
Good stuff.
Well, they worked on their double team coverages out of the post, being locked in on the weak side, ready to react.
Did you see Dent draw the defenders for the Broncos?
It does, because they haven't been a good three-point shooting team throughout the season. Tonight, 10 made threes.
Look at Dent. Gorgeous pass for a V score. Suddenly the offense is flowing, and they're 2 points shy of 80. Moravicin, that's a 3 from the left side.
The reason they were the favorites in the preseason to win the league. They just haven't been able to get it done on the road. They've protected home court, only 1 loss here at Extra Mile Arena. And the schedule turns back in their favor these last couple weeks.
Dent whips it, Moravicin shoots it, and rips it a 3.
We're on the boards, the Aggies, and Gadoretzi's going to sit for a while with 2 personal fouls.
Yeah, right now Utah State can survive a little bit without Gadoretzi.
Moravicin deep 3. Lobo hits. How did he finish that off of 1 foot?
Could have been a borderline travel there.
It was close. First double-digit lead for either side. Washington, and 1 counted, and a chance back on the offensive glass. Isaac Johnson.
Excellent offensive rebound put back by Johnson. When that ball goes up, all 5 guys got to box out. Oh,
Back into Joseph. Takes
Complete non-factor, 0 for 3 from the field, 0 assists. I think he's about to get warmed up.
Here's C.J. Nolan stepping back for 3 and hits.
And what have we talked about with Cole Henry? If you get him the ball in the middle of the floor, he just makes good decisions.
Largest lead of the game, but C.J. Nolan has the answer late, and the 3 goes. A.J. Wills.
Tough shot, but you know what I mean? Like, if you're Agben, you got to recognize that Nelly Jr. Joseph's in foul trouble.
Milicevic. 3rd foul against Nesbitt. New Mexico 12-1 in this building. Nolan ties us. Agben, the crossover. Long rebound to the corner, tracked down. Nolan able to get to it.
I thought Drew was going to take that shot the way he's been playing the last couple possessions.
Back pass, Milicevic. He got it. Nesbitt forces him to pick up the ball before half court. And they give it into Joseph. Rises and hit it.
A good open look for your best player. Now what can New Mexico generate?
45 seconds to play. It's Dent. Back out for Washington. Low dribble through the lane. Dent telling everyone to clear out. 5 on the timer. Milicevic for 3. And that goes home.
Really good. That's a big guy with a pretty nimble spin at the end of his drive.
7-point lead for Colorado State.
All the starters have made an impact so far for Colorado State.
Dent looking inside for Mustafa Amsil. Back out for Dent, 5 on the timer. Kick out for Amsil. Has to hoist it up and hits.
Wow.
And now Joseph at the other end cashes in. Dent to trigger it in and gets it back from Joseph. Nolan for 3. You bet. 3 ball from Lake. Just caroms off. And Washington wins away the rebound. Colorado State 25% from beyond the arc tonight. Seven minutes to play. Pick and roll. Joseph finishes it up 3 for Utah State.
A long shot, long rebound.
And off the make, Seal, skies, and the reverse layup off the window.
Well, you're a little cold from three. You might as well explore the paint a little bit. Good play for Martinez. Been so consistent this year for Utah State.
Fifth leading scorer in the Mountain West has his first points tonight. Dent back on the floor with Joseph. They haven't been together since the opening moments. Washington open and knocks down the triple. The first half.
And Nelly Jr. Joseph's got to shut the door on that baseline. He got sealed up from Gutterazzi.
Joseph, tough shot around. Inside, Joseph, the quick answer. Still north of 12 minutes to play here in Logan. And first place up for grabs as we begin the second half of Mountain West play. True Washington in rhythm and rolls it in. His right hand that had some bleeding. Martinez in and out on the three. It's been that kind of night for Utah State. And Washington leads the break. Nearly traveled and got it away for Seal. And now New Mexico will eat some clock.
Yes, they will. And Utah State trying to force the issue, maybe run and jump. Donovan Dent.
5 players in double figures for New Mexico. Led by Dent's 14. What a feed. Joseph around it in.
Quarterbacks do on the gridiron. Sometimes the pass gets away from you. It's not the moisture.
A rare free throw miss from Henley, who's a 91% shooter. Now here's Borovichinen. He's been so good
here than Nelly Jr. Joseph.
Bedford launches, and Borovichinen comes out with it. Dent.
Pass.
Washington in traffic.
Blinding crossover from Collins right in front of us. Finds a shooter, Crawford. Can't get it to go.
You're not mad at that. That's a great look by Collins to find his teammate in the corner. You want to see more of that in this game. So hits another three.
Tremble off to the left. Joseph secures.
Watch the pace that New Mexico's playing with right now.
These are two of the fastest teams in college basketball. A dazzling time. It's been close to 6 minutes since New Mexico has made a field goal. That could end here with the playmaking Dents.
Talking to Coach Coutinho, I said, what impresses you about Dent? You know, we can talk about our perspective, and he said his ability to finish at his size in the paint, which you don't really see that very often from point guards his size. That's a nice variety of different layups, right, left.
Another delicious look. Teams in the NCAA tournament. This year, right now, New Mexico is a front runner in the conference. In terms of conference record.
Right there with the flow game. At that size, you have to be very crafty and skilled to be successful. And Donovan Dent is literally just that.
Third chance coming up off of the missed free throw. Seal, count it. Riverside, California. Preseason all-conference. Collins, no foul there. All ball from Atiki. One Mountain West team we haven't mentioned, Colorado State, also the two-loss club.
Yep.
Surprising great start. Nico Medved's team.
Watch Donovan. When he has the ball, he's always looking weak side. And he's always creating opportunities.
And here's more.
Here's him again.
For Lobos. Nolan this time tries the reverse layup.
3 games from beyond the arc.
Cardenas, good look from the outside is missed. Seal gets up for the rebound. Perfect pass from Dent, slashing and scoring. Seal was all over him, and he stepped up anyway.
Shooting it better from 3. And I think you're going to need to see a lot of that picking and popping and attacking from Tyson Dagenhart. Always important on the road for your star to get rolling early. Penetration. But Cardenas is just always got his eyes up. He can see the kickouts. He can see the cuts. can make every pass. Both him and Dent are so talented.
Danis, a winning player on a team that didn't get a whole lot of winning done at San Jose State a year ago, but now coming to this Boise State program, and what an impact. Nelly Jr. Joseph.
He needs to make sure he stays on the floor with how he's played offensively, so he's got to be careful.
He's been a spark off the bench for him. Meadow trying to answer, can't do it. And this big crowd keeps on rocking. Up-tempo again. Both arms up in the air, pumping up the crowd after that last and-one try. Another takeaway. Fast break chance. Dent the dish. Washington the finish.
In the pit.
Jovan Milicevic in the game for the Lobos. Dent stop and pop. Tried to use the window, but it crawls out. It's up for grabs on the floor. Atiki Ali Atiki comes out of there with the loose ball, having some trouble, and finds C.J. Noland. Milicevic from the corner, and he buries the...
To kind of get their defense going and be more aggressive, not making it so easy for New Mexico.
Dent skips it in. Nelly Jr. Joseph powers it up and scores. 6 ties, 3 lead changes. Washington, it crawls off. And Noland rips it away for the Lobos. He's probing. Out to Borovichinin. Donovan Dent. Gets it back from Noland. Finds Nelly Jr. Joseph in for 2. Well, Dent into the front court. Lobos have a 2-point lead. He finds the seam, finds Atiki Alia. Joseph grabs his 6th rebound of the night. And all of a sudden, San Jose State has not scored in 2.5 minutes. Amsil, 3 for the lead. Bullseye. Mood.
Boy, how comforting is that? Not only Quaith, but Jones.
New Mexico, one of the premier offenses in the country, lead the Mountain West in scoring at better than 85 points per game. Billy against the #1 defensive team in the conference, and certainly in the country.
And that looks to a game come to nice high-low, nice catch by Nelly. Joseph, good look.
Out with the flu, has checked in for the first time. This is Bird, corner pocket 3.
Same play, run at the other end.
Atiki Ali Atiki has checked in for the Lobos. This is him underneath. Stripped, gets it back. Washington.
How about that? And Dent delivers, too.
3-pointer Borovichinin. And Guath, another rejection.
But another offensive rebound as well.
This is Amsil doubled.
Extra look.
Corner, Borovichinin. Splash!
Unselfish.
Compton saves Boyd. Into the corner. This is Bird. Badly needed that 3. They come up empty.
Amsil active.
Here he is on the attack. High off glass.
How about that? Villanova, I believe, this evening, they were playing much better basketball. They're going to be tough coming down the stretch as well.
It's a fun time of year in college basketball. It's into the new year. Wow. True. What?
How are you going to react with that in mind?
Well, what's the mindset? I mean, were you ever down, this many or to a team you thought you should beat?
Nothing to lose.
In true Washington.
Be fiercely competitive with a relaxed aggression.
Okay.
And I loved that phrase, because you don't want to get too excited where you're running yourself out of the gym.
Washington. We're reaching in. Dent's going to take control. And the screen from Joseph. Dent, the crossover. Oh, finds Borovichinin off the glass. 5 shots. And so they're going to look to see if they can recapture some of the mojo they had coming out in the second half. And it's been all that man. Borovichinin. Oh, yeah. Silky smooth. And every possession, you feel like the shot clock gets down to about 5.
Well, and credit New Mexico, too, because they're staying disciplined through the duration of that shot clock.
Borovichinin. Nice rotation there. Beat it up here. Second half. 4:30 left. And it's a 3-point Wyoming lead. Look at Dent. Underneath to Joseph. He got Nesbitt on his hand. Newton. Oh, tried to lay it up. Here comes True Washington. Milicevic.
And yeah, quite a different reception Steve Alford received than all the commotion that he had in shoot around with pretty much everybody that he used to know here cheering him on. Of course, in different colors, but he still had, you know, positivity in the shoot around. Not so much anymore.
Well, he's got about 20 of his former players from New Mexico. As Nelly Jr. 5 for 5 to gain some footing here. Still trailing, but at least they're in this thing. It felt like New Mexico was just going to open up a huge lead to start.
Nice pass that Onsil finishes. Reese said no. Sanders, oh, that looked like a foul, no call. But it's going to result in a run out for New Mexico. And here goes Onsil.
All right, is this Donovan Dent time? Number 2 in white in the corner.
Yeah, that's 6 points, 3 assists in the first half, but that was probably about the quietest 6.3 assists that I've seen. Onsil lines it up. There's an assist. And just what kind of defense was that from New Mexico? It just let them waltz in.
A beautiful drive, though, too. I love that ball movement and the fearlessness by Nevada.
Dent, a nice pass. Nolan from the corner.
Find trap first, which they're doing.
They trap Sanders in the corner. Gets rid of it. Does he throw it away? Can Joseph get it? He does. So New Mexico's got an extra life here. 6 seconds. Here's Dent spinning. Falls. And he gets it to Joseph at the buzzer. And it's...
Shulga travels. VCU picks up full court. Dent looking to get the ball. Instead, it'll be Applehans catching in the backcourt. Braden working on Shulga. And Applehans fires it ahead to Dent. 16-minute mark. Coming up on our first timeout. Lobos 6, VCU 5. Joseph screens for Dent. Whips it to Applehans. Right wing three ball is good. Braden Bell looking to go coast to coast now. Kick it onto the wing. Phillips wants another three. Slams it off the square too hard. Rebound Dotson on the weak side. Dotson across for the Lobos. Finds Nolan in transition, but New Mexico will have to set it up in a half court. 1 minute to go first half. Dent double. Whips it. No look inside to Nelly. Nelly shot fake and finish. Shulga knocks down the 2 free throws once again. He's 4 for 4 in the half at the line. 41-34, Lobos by 7. Dent whips it inside to Joseph. Nelly found and finishes! By Borovichinen, then the Amseal tap, and Nelly controls it. Lobos have it up a half dozen. Joseph screens for Dent. He'll bounce to Joseph. Joseph at the wrist. Converts and a chance for an end. Break. That's wide New Mexico inbounds with a fresh 20. The lob to the Tiki Casino Hotel, proud to be the official sponsor of Lobo Athletics. Get your kicks only at Route 66 Casino Hotel. Dent enters it to a Tiki, gets it back from a Tiki, now bounce it to a Tiki, and a Tiki. Mountain West tournament. Brendan to the 1-on-1, no good for Washington. Rebounded by True in the corner, off the deflection. Dent drives and feeds the cutting Borovichinen. Shot fake, leans in, banks it in.
Fast breaks points, already 13 of them.
Lobos 45, Western 31. 5 minutes to go. Left corner three on the way for CJ Noel. Guarding the three in the closeouts, and they're now 6 of 13 from the arc. Catch and shoot wing three for Borovichinen and finds the bottom. Third foul on Borovichinen, team second. Steal off the inbound and a lay-in for C.
Driver's licenses.
Lobos 71, Western 47. Dent whips it to Applehans. Left wing three. Bang. Great. Lobos 74, Western 49. Jovan Milicevic checking in next for the Lobos. Dent with a nice bounce pass to a Tiki. And a Tiki ham 2 on the shot timer for the Lobos. Ibrahim Sacco is checked in out of the timeout for New Mexico. He takes over for Nelly Jr. Joseph. Sacco will screen for Dent at the top of the ring. A lob for Sacco on the dive. And Sacco and Chimanga. The Lobos. Nolan, Applehans, Dent, Sacco, and Amseal. Catch and shoot left corner three for Amseal up the inbound is good pitch. Pull up, three ball. Off the catch is good. Robert Carpenter shows the depth of his shooting skills. 13-9, Lobos by 4. Right corner, three for Applehans. Now let's go Lobos from 15-4-11 in the pit. Dent catches the inbound. Joseph screens for Donnie. Cook fights over it. Dent whips it to Nolan. Left corner three. Time ball game! Patino decided to bring Phillip off the bench. It has seemed to help. There's a lob for a Tiki for the two-hand hammer.
His thumb is just. They need a timeout for a Tiki.
Oh, drives the baseline. Whips it to the corner. Open three for Davis. No good. Rebounded by the Lobos. Dent crossing over on McClendon. Finds Borovichinen. Left corner three is good. Down 20-16 to the Spartans in the pit. Deep, straight on triple off the bounce from McClendon. Short, rebound Amseal. Amseal pulls his second board. Borovichinen ahead of the field, spinning to the left block and converting. Oh, 6. Final possession of the half. Game clock shows 10 seconds. Dent will look for a ball screen from Joseph. Refuse that screen. Bounce behind the back. Come off another Joseph screen to the left elbow. Looking to the corner for a Washington triple. Good! Joseph Alden. 10 on the timer. McClendon. Left-hand drive. Floater. Air ball. Rebound Joseph. Dent ahead of the field. Dent finds True. Left corner three. Bang!
The head coach at Minnesota took this team to the big dance for the first time in a decade last season. Drew Washington buries the corner three. Nolan will take his chances. And he missed the flip. Recovered by Nolan. One attempt early for Donovan Dent after 30 points last night. Applehans buries the three. Applehans pulls the trigger.
Ooh, good rebound.
Nelly Jr. Joseph all over the glass. Dent kicks. Noland picked up by St. Thomas. Plays it back to Dent. Shot clock into single digits. Into Nelly Jr. Joseph for two. Claude off the mark. Washington fires and fills it up. Welcome to
Donovan Dent hasn't gotten to this game from an offensive standpoint, but he's been finding guys.
Washington feeling it. Got another one. A bucket for two more.
Claude is answering that call. Desmond Claude with 2 buckets so far.
Was the Big East's most improved player last season at Xavier. Nelly Jr. Joseph rolls it in.
Playmaking for the Trojans right now, showing some life.
They have more points tonight than they did all of last night. Dent alley-oop! Oh my! Drew Washington buries the three. Abo finds his mid-range spot. Missed it wide to the right. Donovan Dent. Lob it up. Tiki!
Every game this year, working out well for the Lobos, guys.
And he's an assist shy of reaching his third double-double off points and assists. He's got it! Apple Hunt! Apple Bell! Boro Vichanen. Nelly Jr. Joseph gets New Mexico a second bite at the apple. 6 minutes left to play. Apple Hans. He's a good apple. 12-6 start for Arizona State. Second neutral floor game of the year for New Mexico. Amsio knocks down the three.
Great bounce. Very alert, energetic for a freshman, and calm.
Team high 10 for Shannon. C.J. Nolan in a highly entertaining first half from Greater Palm Springs.
Very good basketball.
Amsio for three. Yes, sir. Unqua Asonye.
I got to talk with Bobby Hurley right before he took it to the floor, and he said, look, I told him in the locker room, it feels like the world's just ending. Just be stronger with the ball and be patient. And
USC went the entirety of the contest without knocking down a three. Nolan rattles in the three. Dent flips it in. Nelly Jr. Joseph with Jihad hits the second. 4-point lead. Nobody has any timeouts left tonight in Greater Palm Springs. Amsio, quick trigger. It's good.
New York now down to Hunter on the left block. Going to work one-on-one on Joseph. Slams it off the square too hard from in front of the rim with the jump hook. Rebound UNM. Dent to the elbow. Dent finds the cutting Amsio. And stop. Lays it in. Donovan Dent, the trigger man underneath the bucket. The inbounder. Dent will lob it to a Tiki for the two-hand hammer. Layup too strong. Loose basketball to Hayes. Rejected from behind by Applehans. A wild layup by Carisi. And now here's Applehans. Pull up, transition, triple. Foul on Texas Southern is a team foul, and also the timeouts weren't exactly right. Each team has 3 to start the second half. Catch and shoot left corner, 3 for Amseal. Personal. Right. Okay, team only and not personal. Catch and shoot, open 3 for Mustafa Amseal. Back rim, no good. Long rebound, tapped out to Washington. He'll fire and convert straight on. Donovan Dent controls for the Lobos. He'll skip it left corner to Braden Appelhans for a catch and shoot 3, and he knocks it down. Line jumper off the inbound by Burnett. A little 17-foot fall away, right baseline. And he knocks it down. Grambling stayed up 12-7. Let's see if Dent in his discourse with his team can help New Mexico find its footing. Here's Nelly on the right block. He's been scoring at an incredible clip early in the year. And that little jump and flips it to Washington. True at the top. Bounces behind the back. Throws right corner here for Dent. Donnie will shoot a runner from the baseline right. Can't convert. Got his own miss. Kick out to Nolan. Catch and shoot 3. Bang! Milwaukee, Wisconsin. James Flippin checks in as Ross checks out for Grambling State. Flippin had a game already this year where he made 4 of 4 for the arc. Catch and shoot corner 3 for Steyer. Inbound, it's good. State here. High ball screen and a dive to the rim. And a kick to a corner 3. Back iron, no good. Wide open look there for Edwards. Can't convert. Lobos clear it. No one's left all alone. The trailer in transition. Nuts and juggles, controls, and scores over Joseph.
So it's got to stop Stevenson. He's pushing the ball right into the paint.
Dent finds Appleton. Appleton. Lobos got the loose ball, though. Last touch by Grambling State. New Mexico up 16. True. Catch and shoot corner 3 up the inbound is good. Washington. 5 points, 9 points. Amseal 8 points, 8 rebounds. Nelly diving the rim, lays it in.
Basket, uses his body. When you think of him 6'6" or so, 205, he looks like he's even stronger. A couple of more pounds of muscle than that.
Rick Pitino told us pregame, I don't have to worry about a Brooklyn native in this building under the bright lights. All the way to the rim.
Looking like the chemistry is coming together. No, it's still early in this season, only the 4th game, but they're a team that can pull this thing together pretty quickly.
20-6 run.
Now you got to maintain it too, obviously.
Dent with the dish downstairs. Finish. Manelli Jr. Joe. Short for Washington.
Not with the guard back there. That guard's going to outrun that bounce every single time.
Dent to Nolan.
Give it back to Dent. See what he can do with it.
So dangerous. Nelly Jr. Joseph. Timeout Rick Pitino. Here.
He had like almost laryngitis, but they wired him up with like a speaker system so he could still coach his team. And it was just the enthusiasm and it's just remarkable how long he's been doing it.
5 on the shot clock. They brought a double to Dent. He sees it all. Sacco with the finish.
Supposed to be making that pass that easily with Dent.
Smith cannot answer. Lobos get a stop.
And this is why he's good. Look at the way his head is pointing up the floor, looking at everything going on.
Nolan with the right hand. And it all starts with their lead guard down.
Yeah, Nolan. Nice decision. Once again, Rick Pitino's team taking their time, being unselfish, getting some pretty good looks in the last minute or 2.
Amseal, the answer.
Now instead of fouls,
from the Mount West logo. Hunter, you say that's a really hard shot.
That is, and I tell you what, New Mexico sent a double team, and he was still able to create his own shot and score it where he wanted it.
Turned over his left shoulder, yes. 2-foot jump shot, and a nice arc on it. Looked really good. Here's a catch and shoot triple straight on, and Mustafa Amseal. Now the Lobos throw away the inbound. This will be a dunk at the other end for Potter.
Oh,
and he missed it. He blew the dunk. Loose ball to Appelhans. Lobos have numbers. Donnie into the paint. Donnie whips it cross key, and a tiki hammers it with 2 hands. 15, Corpus Christi 11. Dent already with 2 early dimes. A poke away at center court. Corpus Christi had a pass deflected, stolen by Dent. It's a 2-on-1. Amseal to the rim, and he lays it in. Another dime. Defense. You know what? They're speeding up Corpus Christi. Corpus Christi likes to run, but they might be playing right into the Lobos' hands.
Yes.
Dent working that yo-yo bounce, now goes between the legs and comes off the Sacco screen. Finds the cutting at Tiki for a 2-hand flush. A 10. Pull up Jay in the paint is good. Gary Clark has a nice touch. About the same spot he made one earlier. 12-footer near the Mountain West logo. Corner three on the way from Applehans is good. If you can shoot. 14:20 to go. Lobos 60, Corpus Christi 45. In case you haven't heard, the Lobos will play number 22 St. John's and Rick Pitino on Sunday in Madison Square Garden. Nolan, left corner three, catch and shoot is a beauty. Big barreling down on him, and he creates a possession for New Mexico. Ties him up. 9-minute mark. Dent off the Opsio screen, sprints down the rail, leaves for a tiki for the two-hand flush. Dent works it through the center circle. Dent lobs it for Joseph. Nelly goes to the reverse and lays it in, and there you go. Dent's
holding their breaths on that one.
Steal by Nolan on the baseline. A takeaway. Lobo ball up 16. Washington on the break. Washington crossing over. True to the rim, and he got it. Washington with 50. Second free throw. Good. Lobos by 14. Dent on ball. Joseph will screen for Dent in the backcourt. Donovan whips it to the cutting Joseph for a rim run and a two-hand.
Into the corner. There's Andrews. Transfer from Arizona. On the other end for the Lobos. Best 28 points against Nichols in the opener. Matched his New Mexico best with 16 rebounds. 44 double-doubles. Fourth most active among Division I players. Preseason All-Mountain West pick. He's something else. Dent. Wide open man down.
Out of position by not being in the gap on time or early. Don't compound the mistake by then fouling.
Stefanovic makes his first appearance, transfer from Utah for UCLA. Key part of the championship run for the Lobos a year ago. So repeating the feat, some key players, Jamal Mashburn Jr., Jalen House have departed. Not quite as easy for New Mexico. Dent the handle, 10 on the timer. Donovan Dent lobs down line. Way up and in. Perry to Clark. Here's the freshman. Three is way short. Junior Joseph. Fifth rebound first half. Dent. Ball moving in the corner.
They have high hopes for him this year to really be an impact player. Started at Illinois last year, 13 a game at Louisville. But again,
that pass. Taylor Jr. is running, had it blocked. Recovery, trenches and defense. It was Dent. Gets nowhere on the other end. Made some noise here after being held in check defensively by New Mexico for about the first 7 minutes of the second half. Back to 10. Opsio for three.
The ball's in the air. Nelly Jr. Joseph first off the floor, taps it in the backcourt, and the Lobos will possess it first. Look at Nichols pick him up and trap him at half court. Right off the tip, the Lobos break it easily. Left corner three, good from True Washington. With the left-hand bounce, we'll bring it across the timeline. True to the top of the key, finds Dent, angle left. No look, whip pass inside to Nelly. Nelly turns and fires. There's Stoff on the left baseline with 5 to shoot. Skips it right corner for an open Washington three. It's short. True tracks it down himself. Drives and kicks to Dent. Rotates left corner. Opsio three ball. Bang! Good. His team has a 3-point lead, their largest. 23 to 20. Nichols in front. 10:20 left. Still no mission. Here's Nolan on the right wing. Nolan look for a screen from Milicevic. He'll pull a three, and it's good. C.J. Nolan cannot dribble it off as Dent will take over the point guard spot, or maybe Dent will play off the ball here. Looks like Dotson will work it across. Dotson with the goatee hands it off to Applehans. Third-year Lobo. Nelly with a beautiful position down on the block, and he scores. Dent whipped it. English's first attempt from three is good, and they're 10 out of 20 from the arc. Lobos by 1, 50 to 49. Here's Dent off the ball screen from Joseph. Kicks to Washington. Right corner three for True. Is good. True down to Nichols. Hezzy dribble by Corners. Down the center of the key. Finger roll is short. Borovichinen pulls the rip. His 6th rebound. Dent crossing over to the paint. Dent leaves it for Umsil and stop, lays it in. Dent with his... Dent, high yo-yo bounce through the Lobo Shield logo at center court. Off of that screen from Joseph, leans in, Euro step, leave it for Nelly, who flushes with two hands. Dent 3, and Brown just keeps taking it farther and farther out and knocking him down. That ends the run. Oh, great dribble penetration by Dent and a beautiful... Lobos led by 10 with 14:22 to go in the game. Inside of 9 minutes, Nichols right back in it. They stay in the 2-3 zone. It has dogged the Lobos a bit in the half court. Borovichinen, wide open right wing three, got it. Philip. West spins baseline. Knocked away. Loose ball to Applehans. Applehans in the left corner, wide open. Three is good!